Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make another video about Litecoin because I don't know if everybody truly believes the potential for Litecoin. Bitcoin is digital gold and Litecoin was created to be Bitcoin's silver. And we all know that two of the precious metals in history are gold and silver. And we're moving to digital age right now. So I truly believe, especially with institutional FOMO, regulations coming worldwide, that Litecoin will be blowing up this year. Now, hear me out. You may not believe it because right now the price is kind of suppressed compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's over 100 grand. Litecoin's currently around 120, 130. But trust me, the past two bull cycles, Litecoin has hit 400 bucks, all-time high both times. It's been around. It has lasting power. It's not a rug. And I just think now with everything going on around in crypto, that as soon as people start figuring out Bitcoin's too expensive and it's, all the people are buying it up, all the institutions, they're going to look for a number two. And that number two will be Litecoin. So check it out. All right, guys, let's get into it. Truly bullish on Litecoin. And I'm still going to make videos about it. I don't care if people watch them or not, because maybe someone will pay attention. And when it really hits the fan and prices go crazy, I'm happy that I'll be able to help out one person. Now, this is not financial advice, just some guy on the internet talking crap, but hear me out. So we look at Coinbase right now, and we look at the leaderboard as far as the top or most buyers. Out of all the cryptos listed on Coinbase right now, what are the top five? And we see the top five listed as Bitcoin, obviously, XRP, Solana, stablecoin, we won't count that. Ethereum number 4, and then Litecoin number 5. So Litecoin has 13,000 buyers, followed by Doge. And believe it or not, Litecoin or Doge is a fork of Litecoin, and Doge has 12,000 followers. But I mean, if you look at it, that's the top. That's the top 5 minus the stablecoin. Litecoin is up there. So for all the haters saying, don't buy Litecoin, just buy Bitcoin, not everybody can fork over as much for a SAT or whatever it is to get Bitcoin. But there's a case to be made. Hey, if you stack some Litecoin, you could do pretty well this bull cycle. And that's why I want to make this video. Now, they have some bullish news. Some very bullish news, actually. A spot ETF may be approved for Litecoin here in the near future. So let's see what happens with that. Let's see what happens. So Canary has filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF, and it looks like NASDAQ has filed a 19B-4 for this ETF, and they filed it on January 16th. Now, that 19B-4 filing is a document filed by exchanges on behalf of issuers. It is the second part of a two-step process for proposing a spot crypto ETF. Once the filing is acknowledged by the SEC, which is now crypto-friendly, it will be published in the Federal Register, initiating the agency's approval process. Now, Eric Balunchunas is a senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg, and he said in his X post that the 19B-4 filing was the first altcoin ETF to be acknowledged. So out of all the ones you're hearing about Solana, you're hearing about XRP, even Doge recently, I heard they filed one for that. Aside from Ethereum, this is the first one. So throw in the comments from the SEC on the S-1, and this filing is by far the furthest along, checking all the boxes. So this can be happening sooner than later. All the cards are aligning, stars are aligning, and this can really happen. What would happen if a spot Litecoin ETF gets approved? It's a store of value. There's a set amount, about 82 million. There's a halving process as well. For transactions, it's faster than Bitcoin. I mean, it sounds good to me. Now, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap just to see where it ranks currently. It's number 19, right? A price of 127.26 for the past 7 days, up 7.5%. Market cap of 9.6 billion. Still has a way to go, I think, as far as X's go. Easy 10X in my opinion. I can see that happening. When you have the likes of L1 like Solana, 111 billion. You have Dogecoin at 48 billion, Cardano 33 billion, and Litecoin is down here at 9 billion. Look at the volume, right? So let's show you something else. If we look at the volume here, just looking at the volume of all these chains, where does Litecoin rank here? Litecoin is number, let me go ahead and update this. Let's do by the top volume. Let's see. As far as volume, 24-hour volume goes, Litecoin is here at number 13 with 1 billion in trading volume, 24 hours. 1 billion. That's under SUI, and that's under some memes, and that's Solana, XRP, ETH. So if we look at just taking out the memes, as far as trading volume goes, who is above Litecoin? Bitcoin, obviously, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, SUI, and that's it. That's it. No other real projects are above it. So why are we not hearing more about Litecoin? That's, this is when my antenna goes up. I'm like, all right, let me go look at something that no one really is talking about. So at the white paper, basically, they're comparing Bitcoin and Litecoin. You see that Bitcoin is gold, Litecoin is considered silver. That's why Charlie Lee created it, to be Bitcoin silver and make it faster. But, just looking at comparisons here, 21 million hard cap, as far as that's how much is made. There won't never be any more. You can't manipulate it to make it make more. And out of the 21 million, I'm sure a lot have been lost through people that maybe passed away or lost their seed phrase. And the same could be said for Litecoin. Litecoin has 84 million hard cap, never more than that. So let's say 20% of these people lost it. That makes it more of a finite type of supply. Now look at the block time, 10-minute block time versus 2.5 minutes. Both of them store value, but caveat for Litecoin is digital cash as well. Satoshi, founder, left. That's part of the mystique, and that's what makes Bitcoin kind of great, whereas Charlie Lee is known. And the biggest flood is that he sold his at the top of the market 2017, which is not a good look. I understand that. Now, if we look at just social media, 1.1 million followers. So a lot of people are following this. They're on it. There's a Litecoin summit this year, coinciding with the altcoin season that's about to come up. Then if we look at institutional adoption, we see for the week ending last week, Litecoin had about $900,000 invested in it from VCs and institutional investments. Now, for the month, about 2.1 million. Now, I get it. If you compare it to the likes of XRP, Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, it's not really high, but there's still institutional interest. And this is just the infancy, just the beginning. I truly believe things we're going to cover next year in this video, that this number will go up higher. This number will go up higher. Incrementally, every month, this number will go up higher. And the price of Litecoin will go higher as well. Also, the hash rate is also growing, which is a good indication of network strength and just adoption. So last hash rate of Litecoin, which evaluates the computational strength committed to the network, has increased by more than 20% since early 2025. Only 1 month in. A climbing hash rate directly links with better security for the proof-of-work blockchain such as Litecoin. The rising hash rate indicates that Litecoin network is more secure and attack resistant, giving users and investors much assurance and great assurance. The increase in hash rate signals something positive for Litecoin's future. A stronger ecosystem attracts more users and positions Litecoin something more than a playground for crypto nerds. To the eyes of at least one analyst, a secure network makes for a more reliable investment option. And with things on the horizon as far as the US digital stockpile, people FOMOing into Bitcoin, they're going to want to look for alternatives since Bitcoin's working out so well for them. Wow, what is something else we can invest in, our pensions in, put a little bit of our wealth in that's just going to continually grow? What could that be? Bitcoin's digital gold, what's going to be the cheaper alternative? Also, another good indication, whale activity. Whales are they're accumulating. So if something is about to dump and they have a lot of it, they got in at a cheaper position and the price is rising, they would sell. But this is not what's happening right now. Whales holding between 1,000 to 100,000 coins are currently accumulating at the highest rate seen in the last 6 months. This accumulation by large holders is often a bullish signal, indicating confidence in Litecoin's future price movements. The whales are accumulating, my friends. So I don't know. To me, that sounds like a good thing, in my opinion, my humble opinion. So that is positive. Also, patience is also a theme. According to Into the Block, Litecoin holders are holding. And also Into the Block mentioned that over 50% of the holders are retail investors. And I think that's going to change in months, in years. You're going to see growing institutional adoption. And part of the FUD right now on Bitcoin is that, wow, BlackRock, Michael Saylor, all these institutional people are coming into Bitcoin, and pretty much they're having a lot of control if they keep going at this rate. I think last I read, they were at 28%, 30% of the, total supply. Institutional have positions in Bitcoin. That's not the ethos of Bitcoin and why it was built, right? It was to protect the people and stay away from the institutions, be decentralized. But that's slowly changing. But here, Litecoin is still kind of early. 50% of it is still held by retail wallets. And also, holders keep their coins for an average of 2.5 years. While it's shorter than Bitcoin's average, it still remains one of the longest holding communities in crypto. I mean, you can't deny XRP. But Litecoin, again, growing adoption, people are holding, retail, institutional adoption coming. You have regulation. Bitcoin's going crazy. When Bitcoin hits 150, 170, they're going to look for cheaper alternatives. Once the millionaires realize there's not enough Bitcoin to go around, hey, what's number two? Why not Litecoin? That's what I think. That's truly what I think. Also, we talk about Bitcoin and growing adoption. People will look for a cheaper alternative once they realize Bitcoin's out of control and they're too late to that party. Just states, over 15 states in the U.S. are already considering strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's not even talking about U.S. nationally. Just individual states in the U.S. are going through the process and going through Congress to donate, maybe not donate, but a portion, about 10% of pensions, money into the state budget in order to help grow their economy. It's just the states, and we're talking U.S. We talked about another country called Bhutan. You have Argentina, El Salvador doing their thing. Just slowly but surely, you're just going to see more and more states, more and more countries, wealthy people just buying it up. BlackRock already buying it up. Spot ETFs buying it up. OTC market is drying up. Pretty soon, when Bitcoin is hard to come by and the price is crazy, my thesis is they're going to look for a cheaper alternative. What's the next best thing? We're always looking for the next best thing, the cheapest thing. And it's faster for transactions. Litecoin. Also, if we look at just the total top assets by market cap in the world, we see that gold is number one. And I know at some point Bitcoin will be right there with it, either number two or will surpass it. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about silver. I keep saying Litecoin is silver. Is silver, is it worth anything? What's the point? Silver is up there. Silver is number 8. Number 8 with a market cap of 1.8 trillion. If we're moving to a digital age and adoption of Bitcoin goes crazy and people really, really respect it as a strong asset, again, what is the second alternative? Silver. Precious metal is still considered one. It's still high up there. I think it's going to happen. And also, we talked about Trump. He signs executive order promoting crypto, paving the way for a digital asset stockpile. What's going to be in that stockpile? He didn't say Bitcoin strategic reserve. I know Senator Loomis proposed something, and that's her bill, but he signed something for a digital asset stockpile. So that means more than one. And in that asset, chances are 100% it's going to be U.S. based assets. Litecoin is, Bitcoin is, Solana, XRP. We know we talked about all these other ones, but I think Litecoin would be a strong contender to be in that stockpile. And what's going to happen to that price when that happens? Light bulb goes off in everybody's head all around the country, and they start considering Litecoin as an alternative as well to the crumbling fiats and all of that. I think it's going to be a good time, guys. And also, we know that the Federal Reserve in the New York, Fort Knox, you call it, they hold gold as well as money, paper, but they also hold silver as well, guys. They also hold silver. And I'm showing you all this just to let you put things in, correlate them. Gold and silver are very, very valuable. In the olden days, my parents, their parents' parents valued gold and precious metals. That's how you kind of preserve wealth as well as real estate. But we're moving to a digital age now, guys. And if we're moving to a digital age, we got to think forward thinking, right? We don't want to get on the ship when everyone is already FOMOing in and it's at a sky high price. You got to foresee what can happen in the future. And that's when you want to get in. And right now, I foresee that people, once the Bitcoin hype train goes crazy, and that's all you hear on the news and everything like that, and just the normal mom and pop say, oh, I got to invest in this too, and they realize that it's probably not going to be attainable for them to get one Bitcoin ever. They're going to look for another alternative. And that alternative, I truly believe, will be Litecoin. Now, I could be wrong. Litecoin can go to zero, but historically, it doesn't show that. It's been around. It's long-standing, and it still holds value. Yes, I know it's not the price of Bitcoin right now, but right now, Bitcoin is the thing. When they look for number two, where are they going to look? And if I'm right, we stand to gain a lot of wealth from Litecoin. A lot of wealth from Litecoin. I remember there was an old school guy, I forget his name right now, but he was pleading with people to buy Bitcoin when it was under 10 bucks or under whatever it was. That guy, he doesn't have to work ever again. And people looked at him like he was crazy. But if you can backtrack and follow his advice, you and I would be multimillionaires right now. Probably won't be listening, or you probably won't be seeing me right now. So sometimes you just got to take a leap of faith. And if all the information points you in one direction, take a chance. Worst that could happen, hey, you lost, right? People lose way more than this in casinos. But if you're right, it could be life-changing wealth. No more rat race. Spend more time with your family. Enjoy life a lot more. So that's my video today about Litecoin, guys. Let me know what you think about it. I'm going to continue to stack. It's a part of my portfolio. It's going to continue to be a part of my portfolio. And I truly see $1,000, $800,000 Litecoin happening this cycle. And if it got even higher than that, I would not be surprised. So that's my video for today. Thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time. Bye.